Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome, and this is UpsetYoMama, and today I'm going to be bringing you a pretty cool 2v2. And this is me here spawning as the Zerg. And for those of you who don't know, I am a Zerg player. And I am playing with my good friend KiwiCarnage, who actually in real life is my brother. So this game is going to be very interesting, which is why I wanted to cast it. And we're talking down here. Just kind of, you can read that, it's not really important, but we are playing against Takateru. Let's hope I pronounced that right. So Takateru, the blue Protoss, and Omnistick, the red Protoss. So the reason I wanted to cast this game, you'll see real quick. It's kind of amazing what happens, but I don't want to give anything away too fast here. So this probe right now is, yes, he's going to build the proxy pylon. So he is building the proxy pylon in the corner over here, and it looks like we're talking about DTs down here. So at the current moment, we really don't have any idea what's going on at all. I do have my Overlord at the front, and I'm not sure if we saw that that probe come into our base. So he is building the forge in our main. Next to KiwiCarnage, and we'll see what happens from here. Our scout is going towards the other base. They are sending out another probe, or should I say Omnistick is. And meanwhile, I'm going a fairly standard opening, 14 pool into my gas, and I believe I got my gas at around perhaps 10 supply. And then I'm going to go speedlings. So as soon as that spawning pool finishes, I will be researching speed. And KiwiCarnage has just been heavily producing SCVs this whole time, and he is going for a triple racks build, should I say? So a heavy infantry push. And this is the time when we realize, crap, this guy does not have anything at his base. Somewhere on this map, he has a proxy. So KiwiCarnage starts pinging the map all over. It's like, we gotta scout, we gotta figure out where they are proxying us, because this could be really bad. And meanwhile, Omnistick throws down his own proxy pylon at the corner of my base over here. And Kiwi did see this probe. Excuse me. So I'm going to scout here. And unfortunately, I run right past this pylon, and I see this pylon over here, I believe. So let's see what I saw. Oh no, yes, I did see both pylons. And meanwhile, a zealot has come out, 2 zealots, and this is not good. And he needed to pull his probes off. I'm not sure what he was doing. Taking a snooze, I guess. He's expressing his anger at this. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cough here. So, we do have a Marine on this pylon. I killed the other pylon off with my Zerglings. Kiwi does have 2 Marines. But Takateru has all this infrastructure in our base. It's not good at all. And I do say that right now we do look kind of like a bunch of noobs. We didn't scout very well. We did eventually know it was coming. And I mean, once this is up with all these cannons, there really wasn't much we could do. But we should have scouted better. So, but don't worry, we will redeem ourselves, I hope. So I'm throwing down some spines. Speed is coming up. And as Kiwi notices, if they do have all this in our base, quite likely their home base is very weak. They don't really have anything. So let's just take a moment to look at the units lost. Of course, it is going to favor our opponents. And Kiwi did manage to lift that command center off, the orbital command, so he's going to land at a natural and try to come back in the game. So I do have a spine here, and 3 more building. Because at this point, I know they're committed to an all-out rush. They've shown their hand, we know it's coming, and now it's going to be up to us to stop them. So they come with 4 zealots to the front. And sorry about that lag there for a moment. And it looks like Omnistick does have warp technology. And Takateru is expanding in the home base of KiwiCarnage. So once he has killed all the buildings there, he has started to expand. And Kiwi is admonishing me for my lack of... Yeah, and I was a little bit off simply because I was so worried about all these proxies. I wasn't sure exactly quite what to do, and then it screwed up my build, and somehow I forgot to start researching the speed. But on the bright side, I did run Zerglings in here and kill every single probe at the main base. And these probes are gonna go down, no-brainer. Or should I say, Zerglings. 2 lanes versus a photon cannon is kind of a no-brainer who's gonna win. So they keep producing zealots. And Kiwi has flown his barracks over into my base, which is heavily protected. This is funny because you almost never see 4 spine crawlers at a base. Anyway, so they just have their zealots chilling here. I'm not sure why exactly they don't come over and start harassing this orbital command with their zealots. Perhaps they don't know it's there? Let me check the player view. Yes. So that was very fortunate on our hand that he did not see Kiwi's base over here. If he moved the zealot just a couple meters to the left, he would have seen that. And meanwhile, we are starting to harass Omnistick's base, but we'll see what we're able to do because there are 3 zealots there. And one thing I did do, which I usually do not like to do this, I gave Kiwi control. I never do this in a normal game because if you give your allies control, crazy things start happening. They take your units when you're not looking. They accidentally take probes or drones or SCVs off your mineral line. It really screws up the pathing in Starcraft 2 also. But this game I did because really Kiwi doesn't have anything to do besides, for right now, produce SCVs on his orbital command. So while I am busy macroing, he's going to use a little bit of the micro skills he does have and harass them. So Omnistick has all these zealots now in his mineral line. He's very afraid of these Zerglings. And that may be our one saving grace in this game. If we can get enough forces up, and they only stick to the zealot heavy build, it is possible, however unlikely, that we might be able to come back. So it looks like Takateru does have pretty much full saturation, and I am going to move out with these Zerglings, and we do find this gold expo, so we're not going to let them expand. If they got the gold, it would be over in a heartbeat. So meanwhile, I do have my roach den down, and it looks like Omnistick is getting a Twilight Council. So I would guess perhaps that he's going to go Stalkers, or perhaps with Blink, or perhaps even get those Zealot legs to speed his Zealots along. And it looks like Takateru is also getting his Cybercore up. And Kiwi does come in here with his Marines, but was not paying attention for a second, so he was not able to micro them. But it looks like he did kill all the probes here. So that's going to be a really big pickup for us. This one Marine, he's running from the 2 Zealots. Will he survive? I don't think, but the Zerglings come in and save him. Epic Marine. So now I do have a good number of roaches, and I chose to go these roaches because they are very, very durable against the Zealot heavy build that our opponents are going. Their armor is very resistant to the Zealot's side blades, and you can also micro them fairly easily against Zealots. So let's just check out the units lost again. Excuse me. The units lost, and it looks like, so blue has lost the greatest amount, which I guess makes sense. And of course, Kiwi's right up there next to him. So all in all, when you consider these things, it's fairly even, except for red's perhaps a little bit ahead of everyone.